Hello. What makes you the dungeon music, or the fact that I'm just playing it? Yeah, the dungeons are pretty chill. My issue is that, and we've gone over this before, but most of the time it's a chill dungeon, but like half my class is neutered. So I don't even get to play my class. But this is a Stormblood dungeon, so that's pretty nice. You know, I can use most of my class here. Still not all of it though. Temple of the Fist. I don't remember running this dungeon ever. Is that Ralger? What's up, Thon? Yeah, we're a bit early today, but you know, what is it called? Reset occurred in 14, so it's like, you know, it is what it is. I could not stream my dailies, or I could stream my dailies and then just go straight into the raid. And I'm not going to stream Guild Wars 2 because it's Monday, which means no one is going to be playing at this time. I'll stream on the weekends though. I think that's the best. Or maybe when there's a patch. I think there's a new patch soon. I see fires. I see fires. Are we going here? Ralger's Peace. Hurricane Kick. Bro, I do not remember this dungeon at all. How did I unlock this shit? Stand here? No? Are we collecting these or what? Yeah, we are. This gonna hurt. I can do this. You will not survive this. Yeah, you heard him. Okay. We're chilling here. Okay, that's a lot of mechanic overload. touch of slaughter. Ow! What the fuck? Bye. Thank you for group. Alright, yesterday off stream I started up the storyline for the next raid, and yes, La Habrea is behind all of the shit going on inside the inside Pandemonium. What do you know? I never would have guessed. My Bard is level 87. So we'll definitely be 90 by the time we're finished with Endwalker. Alright, so while I'm waiting in this queue, I'm still on the Genova server. I will do... I finished the Alliance raid, so now we can do... the normal storyline. Oh, is that what you say when you're gonna unfollow me because I don't do enough Guild Wars 2? No problem though. Thank you for the support. I just, you know, I'm not gonna just only make Guild Wars 2 videos. I'm not gonna devote my life to a game which I have no investment to. Well, I have an investment in it, but I think everyone else who wants me to make videos on it have less investment than me, and they want me to make content for them, but they don't understand that, like, I need support, you know, and that's not, you know, it's not a reasonable prospect to just stay in one game, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it because it tells me that I'm doing well. I just gotta keep doing well in other realms. I should be glad to show you to the hydromantic terraces. Yeah, I mean, I get it. You're a casual gamer who only plays Guild Wars 2, right? But that's the issue entirely. It's not your fault. It's my problem, right? Like, my audience is a bunch of people who barely even play games. And when they do, they're like, alright, let's check out some Guild Wars 2 videos, and then they go watch my videos. But, like, that's kind of low investment. Whereas if I play Fortnite, you've got little kids who are just watching you like 24/7, right? Having a older casual audience is not conducive to high view count and watch times, which is completely fine. I don't have an issue with that, but I need to therefore get more audiences. I like that audience. That is my preferred audience, actually. I just need more of them. Yeah, I don't know about Fortnite, bro. Zero's domain. Oh, right. That's where we were. sharding, that was like in core. We need to talk. There's no time, the wind rises, we must flee. Destiny's Reach? You mean like Destiny's Edge? Or, oh, Divinity's Reach. Yeah, I mean, I think the sharding system was good in the long run. It's like they future-proofed their game, but by future-proofing it, they guaranteed that they would go into that future that they were proofing it for. Wouldn't I get more views in videos already made? Yeah, I do have a lot of older videos that have a lot of views, but that's because those videos were good and they're still relevant, and I need to make more videos like that, but you run out of topics, right? Oh, you mean if I translate my videos for more than just English? Yeah, I don't know about that. I think YouTube has options for CC closed captions. I used to make sure that my closed captions were well written in English, but then they kind of improved how they work, so I didn't really need to do that so much. And I have no idea how to translate for other languages, so I let Google do that. Yeah, I mean my video essays are getting better, but the algorithm has not kicked in for them yet. The wind rises. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, as soon as I have to hire someone, it's already off the table. Like, maybe when the algorithm starts favoring me. Yeah, I mean, even slave wages is too much. Can't afford that. I mean, I guess AI translation could do well, but like, that's the thing. If you want to watch my video, I guess you could just do that yourself. Watch the closed captions, which is already being done automatically. Why so scared? Barbarica, the Archfiend of Wind. That is true. I have Killa working for free. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. Yeah, the thing is, like, I can make a one build for all game modes video, but I can only do that once. Otherwise, it's not one build. It's two builds. I mean, I would say this, but I didn't think that myself. Or just ... Did you devour Farfarello? Farfarello. But his entire being. How'd you know? Your behavior was strange. I felt that you had a split personality. He wanted you to eat him? Can't hide anything from me. Farfarello didn't leave, I ate him. He feared Barbarica more than anything. Hated the endless fighting. So he would never have to fight again. Eternity of fighting? He chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Were this world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. I see. In time, it would return to the great flow. So wait. What you're saying is, when one person eats another person, they get their personality or whatever, like part of them. So like, over time, since nothing dies, you would have so many voices in the heads of those larger beings, because they're just eating everyone. One guy eats another, and then someone eats that guy. That now they've got all those voices in their head. Someone eats that guy. They got all those voices in their head. No wonder the big guys are so deranged. They got all these voices in their head. But there's no such end here. No escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. Now that desperation has joined with Siriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me nor Farfarello, but there's nowhere to go. Nowhere. Then tell me about Barbarica. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here and no one can escape her wins. No one. Yeah, I mean the MMO genre is pretty niche now. We got voice acting now. I mean, RPGs aren't necessarily niche.
And she's brought her domain with her. The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
I can't bear it! Eating and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
You and me both.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
Damn. She's a barbaric, alright.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbaricia.
Barbaricia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear. And what is this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
I don't know, man.
Alas,
It's time.
Scarmiglione, and good riddance.
It's time. Cutscene can wait. We're in Abyssos now. What are we gonna find in here? Carbuncle. Summon the boys. Okay, there's spikes on the edge of the arena. That's not good news. We're gonna have to avoid knockbacks. Searing Ray. Get behind him. Which side am I staying on here? Go behind him, right? Oh, fuck. Oh, because it reflected off of the light. Oh. There's like, this is a prism kind of thing. I don't know. I ain't going near that shit. Ruby glow? I'm standing here. Acidic slaver. Cutscene? He's trying to break out. He's trying to break out. Stop him, Legolas. Oh, he did it. Bro's about to eat the goo. He did it. He tried it. Oh, what is this? I don't understand the mechanics still, but I'm gonna follow the boys. Is that it? Well, we stacked, but it did no damage. I mean, that's the point of us stacking, but still. Alright, what are we doing here? Where's everyone at? I see. What? There's an order. The echo. Alright. That was the first raid in the wing, you know? First boss of the wing. Put him back in his cage. So, what's the deal with Abyssos then? There's mushrooms down here, toxic waste. So this is where research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Eric Thonios and I were conveyed not far from here. Seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. It's La Habrea. Probably, maybe. That's the Asian. Wait, is that him? It is. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long, but I believe we can forego introductions unless I have misread you. I always picture Thancred when I think of La Habrea. But I guess, yeah, that's probably how he looks. Paragon? Huh? Is that his original name? Before he was La Habrea? Appellation. Hold on, what's appellation? A name or title. But I'm afraid I hold no such position. No, I am La Habrea, of the Convocation of 14. Okay, so he's not Paragon. Then answer this question. That can wait. What is this? Now this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to aether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin aether and an unfamiliar composition besides. It is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Eric Thonio's wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. Wait, she's alive? Listen well, Eric Thonios. We are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Wait, there's a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? I don't think he's lying. Say my name. Wait, is that Athena? Is this his mother the entire time? Themis, was it? A trifle soon forgotten, as are you. I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the convocation and would never suffer its denigration. It's Athena. She was taking the place of Themis. You sully his station with this farce. Themis, what are you saying? La Habrea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. No, this is Athena right here. This is it. He makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real La Habrea would never call me by the name Themis. What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? God damn it. This dude again. Imposter, you have no right to claim that form, that mask. Elidibus did like swapping forms. Oh, that's how he looks like? No wonder. He's fucked. Twas a mask that sickened me to wear. Wait. The mask of... So is it Elidibus or is it La Habrea? A man who values his position above all. Who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty? Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right. Any worth you may have hinges on that which you so despise. You know, now that I'm thinking about this, I don't think they were living in a paradise. Yeah, they were definitely not living in a paradise. Like, they were being ruled by these two? Ain't no way, bro. That shit was corrupt. Such trite provocations. I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Ericthonius, listen well. I am Hephaestus. What? So he's not Elidibus? And I am your father. Huh? Huh? What? What in the name of creation? Shit just got confusing. We would do well to not stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order. Elidibus, let us return to safety so you may provide it. Wait, he's Elidibus? So that other guy wasn't Elidibus, he was Hephaestus, but this is Elidibus and that's La Habrea. Wait, so Elidibus is actually a good guy. I must offer you an apology. As La Habrea said, I am Elidibus, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. So Elidibus used to be a good guy, and then he became cold. I know a thing or two about deception. Yeah. We shouldn't be mad at him for what he does in the future. You're still Themis to me. In time. But first, let me assure you my choices were not born from animosity. We have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as La Habrea suggested and return to the gates. Please help him. Save. That's gotta be Athena. It's gotta be him. Her. Well, they don't have the same hair color, but I guess you could dye your hair pretty easily in this game. I am known as Elidibus after my dear friend Azam and I detected irregularities in Pandemonium. We decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I'm sure La Habrea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azam nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with his highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. That somewhere in the world a guiding star so similar to himself was out there amused Azam to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in his heart that you would be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Vina, who held the position of Azam previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself. That made the decision to trust you all the easier. She too now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was in the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you, to travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke, La Habrea, and truth be told, I had hoped we never would. But I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is that thing that called himself La Habrea, and why is he the spitting image of your younger self? I find it hard to believe you're only just now... Oh, so that's why he had the same color hair as Ericthonius. Ah. He went gray. Find it hard to believe you've only just now found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandemonium. Did you think matters would simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring with Pandemonium, including the fact that Azam and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation. For a time, that was. Imagine my surprise when, instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the keywords stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaestos' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning? I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation. Not without good reason, at least. As you well know, the name La Habrea is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. Hephaestos has claimed that for himself. Cannot fault him for that, as he is my other half, in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire, all the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? He's the product of experimentation gone awry. A reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Was he right to do so? His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. And now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster unto our star. As chief keyword of Pandemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research should be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed? Whoa. You would leave the other warders to their doom? 'Tis a choice befitting La Habrea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet, as you can see by Eric Thonios' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Azim and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. 'Twas the only way I could truly determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No. You spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we've endured, the foes that Richard has stood against. I mean, it was just a couple of raids, it's fine. Richard, is it? A being of such aether as I have never seen. What are you? He's the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to his stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Richard. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision unclouded by attachment. It's too soon, man. We got another full wing to go after this. Agreed. We still know next to nothing about Hephaestus, and I highly doubt La Habrea has been forthcoming with the truth. But we've managed to regain control of Asphodelos. He must be made to see that there is merit in continuing on this path. I have it. Speak in your official capacity as Elidibus, the emissary. Judge which approach is more sound, and even La Habrea would be compelled to listen. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time. Seen what we've seen. Based on that alone, I trust you'll find the best way forward. Very well, then in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, interring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. You have yet to witness Richard's might and Eric Thonios' resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand, and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. We haven't failed a raid yet. You are bolder than I remember. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Richard, come find me when you're finished. A little bit of character progression. He's understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. Where'd he go? You do have my gratitude, ill-fit as I am to show it at the moment. Without your words to sway him, La Habrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. When at first we realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other keywords did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to aid their allies. I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world, and they don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. And besides, Hephaestus has secrets yet untold. Secrets that would be buried if Pandemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. While La Habrea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestus would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it was not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know at last what befell her. What do you think, Richard? Does the La Habrea you know have any regard for the lives of others, or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? Well, well, let's just say, he did like to work in the shadows. He did use my ally as a vessel for his own twisted ends. But then again, you know, people change over thousands of years, so I have no idea what he's actually like. This age? Just how long has it been since you last met? Maybe that wasn't the best response, that would just confuse him. Regardless, I'd like you to try and view him as he is now. Another opinion would be much appreciated. But it is plain, there is much to consider. Thank you. It's easier for me to get carried away by emotion where he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to La Habrea that we are capable of saving Pandemonium and its keepers. The most convincing way to do that will be to regain control of Abyssos. Although I'm loath to admit it, he would know more about those depths than any of us, and seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford, would you speak to him for us? He seems to have a special interest in your capabilities, and may deign to help at your suggestion, if only to see what you can do. We're leaving Pandemonium now? Or is he at the start? Oh no, we're going back in, okay. La Habrea. Ericthonius appears to have a deep trust in you, and Elidibus tells me you share some relation to Azam? Your unusual aether does not mark you as a familiar. It's unlike anything I've seen, even among the curious concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand? Azam never ceases to surprise. The previous Azam was much the same. In taking the entirety of the star into consideration, she came to hold dear emotions in people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourselves in this matter, the true danger of Azam's nature is its tendency to infect all those he comes into contact with. Emet Selk said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however. Only your deeds can speak for you now. You wish to know more of Abyssos, I take it? Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. The chief keywords reach as far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they've been transferred into the deeper circles. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He's left a trial for you to overcome. Or he's wait, what? Hegemony. Hegemony is the leadership or dominance, especially by one country or social group over others. Are we getting into that, bro? Are we getting into that? Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there is something else at work. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into a hemitheos, doubtless against her will. Richard, Themis, we must rescue her from that cruel fate, and if we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. Your allies make you bold, Ericthonios. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. The sixth circle. Alright, while we're waiting for this, I'm gonna BRB. Well, I thought I knew where this story was going, but they've thrown another spanner in the system. I think we can just go back to this, yeah. So to get to the World of Darkness, I need to go to Thavnair, take a boat to the treasure vault, take a portal to the World of Darkness, take a I don't know, like a ferry, not a ferry, but like a, someone needs to bring me to the top of the castle, and then from there I need to go to Zero's domain. How many fast travel systems am I using here? We're going on 2. Three, 4. Wait for it, wait for it. We're going on 5 now. That's how you know that this story is deep. It's a very deep story. So that thing is massive. Also, I think the cutscene that I was watching earlier is going to restart from very far back. Barbaricia. I think if I skip the cutscene, it will skip to the voice acted part. Hopefully it doesn't skip the entire thing. Okay, we're chilling. Although we have seen this already. Still. It comes. Although, like, what even is that?
She's brought her to... The Archfiends are... Perhaps you should go...
I can't bear it!
You and me both.
She's tired of constantly eating. Well, that's life.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
So this is the Wind Archfiend. Didn't we kill the fire one, Scarmiglione?
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of
Hello.
traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbaricia.
They all
Mind
have
your
like
manners, mortal.
Italian
My name is
names.
not to be
Scarmiglione,
spoken, save in
Barbaricia.
reverence and fear.
Oh, Earth? True, okay, yeah.
And what is this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
Yeah, these are the 4 fiends. Although I've never played FF4, I have watched Let's Plays of it.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell?
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
She's the one who wanted the dragon's life
A
force.
dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us.
True.
Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Who?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
I like how the character progression of Estinian is
Unlike Scarmiglione, I
is
need
going
not
along.
skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain. You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
Do I have any tips? Stick to the main story. And do not lose faith.
What's the plan then?
Go after Barbarich. Oh, hold on. No, this is my tip. Get yourself a... Well, once you get to like level 30, you can start doing daily roulettes. While you're doing the queue for your roulettes, do the story. Always be doing something while you're in queue. Never be not in queue. I don't know how that works out. Never be not... Because you need to be efficient with your time with this game. And yeah, if you don't like story, then good luck. We'd be playing into her hands, wouldn't we?
Aye, that we would. Even so, we don't have any intention of turning tail now, do we? We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
Will you be paying?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Babarichi
That's
too
true.
recognized
She
its
wanted the
potency.
dragons either.
Very well. We have a bargain.
Transactional bitch. But yeah, whenever I'm in queue for something and I have nothing else to do, it kind of feels like I get anxious. It's like I could be doing something right now. But whenever I'm in queue and watching story at the same time, it's like, you know, all is well, man. I'm getting value out of my time spent. Because like this queue is essentially not even there. Because I'm doing things. So yeah, try to get your daily roulettes in or whatever kind of thing you're queuing for. And then do another quest line that you're interested in. Or work on something else while you're interested. Try to have like 2 things that you want to progress simultaneously. And then you can work on one thing while you're in queue for the other. Although sometimes that will not be possible, try to do it as much as you can. Oh, you're going to be a warrior then. You are going to be the warrior of light. She's going to accept the Aether afterwards. She's a transactional bitch. Less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let us set forth. So 0 is basically Xenos. Not really, though. Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbaricia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should you require a moment, 0? For what? Barbaricia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Agreed. This is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. The wind rises. See, like right now I'm in a queue for a raid. A word of warning. Barbaricia spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to feed her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, trust I needn't tell you how foolish it is to give an archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the memoria will suffice. You mean the echo will suffice. I'll try. I'll do my best. And if you fail, well, you just have to search elsewhere for answers. This won't be our last opportunity to learn about Azdaya. If another archfiend were to fall, Golbez would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for our quarry to come to us. If our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us aught, 'tis that we must hold nothing back when facing an archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If we're all in agreement, then let us be off. We travel by Nisrock. That thing? The thing is, so about this story, unlike Shadowbringers, where at first we're like, how are we even going to do anything here? We have no idea how to combat this. And then we eventually learn, oh, we can just suck up the light. Yeah, and then it's like, well, wait, we can't just suck up the light. How are we going to do this? This doesn't really seem that dire of a situation to us. It's just like, well, as soon as we come into the world of light, we meet the Scarmiglione and we beat them, and then we're like, oh wait, how are we going to kill them? And then Zero is immediately there and is like, oh, by the way, here's how you beat them. So there's no time spent in desperation, unlike in Shadowbringers, where it's like, well, we're kind of fucked, aren't we? It just, I don't see the danger. I'm not feeling the danger of the World of Darkness, even though arguably the World of Darkness is more dangerous than the first was. Although there was an Ascian there as well, but there was, like, I think the amount of time spent in doubt was not high enough for me to feel the danger. Like, there needs to be the danger of you not knowing what you're going to do, and then that feeling of hope, like, oh, this is how we're going to solve it. But, like, we immediately reached that solution, and that was, like, at the very behest of us reaching this world. So I feel like that was maybe not the best choice, narratively. Ah.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
He's really going for the Kane Highwind feel here. Yo, this is the movie though.
Leave these ones to us.
I see to Barbaricia.
Ow. It's okay. We're in a Final Fantasy, no fall damage. Azem's crystal? We call them the boys? Oh, so there's actually going to be a trial here or what? We're in queue for another one. So far we've had 2 dungeons in this, whatever it's called, post-patch storyline arc. Okay, so what is this? It is a... final day. Oh, this, yeah, it's a trial. Yeah, the final day. Yeah, I didn't really like the last boss of Endwalker either. Like, I get it was basically Meteon was the final boss, but it didn't really give me any, like, I didn't have any personal grudge against them. Whereas Heaven's Ward, yeah, totally personal there. Stormblood, yeah, like, that's Garlemald, bro. Shadowbringers, yeah, I see him, man. Do you do every fate? No, I don't really do any fates, to be honest. Because here's the thing. If you need to level up for your story... If you need to level up for your story, generally your story is going to give you that already. Like, just doing the story is going to level you up enough. And your duty roulettes. If you press your U key, you'll get the duty roulette menu, right? And you want to do those daily. Unless are you level 30 yet? I don't think you can do any roulettes until you're 30. But once you can, you want to just do those daily, because those give you the most XP for time spent. So yeah, you just do those daily, and pretty good. Oh, this is Hegemony? What's wrong with her teeth? Yeah, so just keep doing your hunting. Fates are fine. You can do maybe like 10 fates a week, and that gives you an extra boost of XP, but you don't want to be farming every fate. Maybe at the start you'll do it a little bit, but definitely not later on. But yeah, you press this and duty menu. Well, I can't see it right now. I wouldn't try to rush it though at the same time. What is this? Are we okay here? I feel like I'm not okay here. Maybe we are. Okay, so what was that mechanic? These sides? I see. Yeah, I mean, you can do fates, but like even those are not really great XP. Even if you're leveling, what I like to do is the hunting log. So if you go into your logs, then you go to the hunting log, just try to follow that in a way. It can be hard because you might not know where the mob is, but you'll know by the icons over their head too. So what is this mechanic? Is there a 3, 2, 1? Stop moving. There's a parasite on me. Help! Out of control. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I see now. I need to face it away. Bro. That is literally a fractal mechanic. Can I Asuna that? No? Yeah. Toxic as hell, bro. Oops. I was not paying attention to that thing. Which way is he facing? Oh, we're going in that. Okay, let me go this way. Let me change direction. Oh shit, I didn't heal the healer first. Are we gonna be okay here? We're gonna be okay, we're gonna be fine. Okay, so this mechanic, we just gotta face away. But is she gonna do another mechanic? Okay, we're fine, we're fine. He's facing me. We're chilling. Okay, we're good, we're good. We're not good? She doing the mechanic again? No. Watch the arms. Dark 4. Where we at? Polyominoid Sigma. What? What the? Huh? What? What are we doing? Oh, okay, so it's gonna... Wait, what? It changes? Okay, they're doing it again. I don't like this. I think we're safe standing here? They're thinking we want to stand here, okay. Okay, I could have went there. I was gonna say there too. Hemitheos Dark 4. That's raid damage. This shit again? I don't know this puzzle, man. I don't know it. It's getting more complex. Alright, boys, tell me where to go. Where are we going? There's some disagreement here. There's some disagreement. This guy knows. He knows. I trust this guy. Okay, keep moving. Wait, what the f... Okay, dude. What the fuck? How am I supposed to know the pattern there? Finish it? Finish it? Ooh, boy, that was close. That wasn't a terrible fight. I mean, other than that one mechanic. It was a pretty decent fight. Back to your jail. Bro sent her back to the kitchen. Oh, two-based, two-based. Maybe I'm not gonna get that random loot in my inventory. We've won. The keyword is sealed away and alive this time. La Habrea can't deny us now. Servant of Violence. All of those lights there, are those all jails? Our plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemony has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. Oh yeah, the combat is for console players, for sure. I don't know about mobile. There's too many keybinds for that. But maybe at level 20 or whatever that you're at, yeah, for sure. You got like 2 keybinds at that level. Later on, you're going to get insane amount of keybinds. Too many, in my opinion, way too many. I prefer a more concise keybind thing. Like a lot of times you're pressing one keybind that you won't press for like another 5 minutes. So it's like, couldn't they just condense that keybind into another keybind? Like say I have 5 different buffs that I can use at different times. Like why can't I just have 2 keybinds for 5 buffs? Or like put 3 of those buffs on one keybind, but have them like in a sequential order, you know? Like they kind of have that for some skills. Yeah, but how do you get that many keybinds on console? Is it like you hold L and press square? So it's like L plus square is one keybind, L plus triangle, L2 plus square, L2 plus triangle? Is that how it works? I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. And to be fair, yeah, okay, so exactly how I thought it was. I think I saw, what's it called? Well, anyways, yeah, I mean, the whole Final Fantasy player base is console players, right? So if it wasn't available for console, I would be surprised, right? Like, that would just be stupid. So I don't fault the game for being designed like that. I'm just gonna cope with it. Aether as thin as retreating mist. Unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a Hemitheos, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue. Most of the players are console players. I don't know about that, but there's probably a lot. I think I saw someone playing, because it's on PS5, right? Like I think I saw a video recently of someone playing it on PS4. I believe, did they stop? They stopped PS3 support, but not PS4 support, which is funny as hell. that the game could run on PS3 means like, holy, they're holding it back. There's one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. It would be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond pandemonium. And for whom do you speak? A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid? In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. So long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can upgrade his companions. That's something that Richard and Themis taught me. While I do not wish to express any bias, I'm inclined to agree. My investigation has made anything clear that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path and to act before that path lies closed to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hephaestus in chains? That's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. Wait, what's so tricky about Astrologian? I mean, I've never played another healer, so I wouldn't know, but it seems pretty simple. Like, you just sit there and you just spam Malefic. You just spam Malefic, dude. What do you mean? It's green DPS. You don't actually have to heal things because the mechanics are just pass-fail. If you fail them, you die. If you don't fail them, then you survive. You don't need to heal. No healing needed, bro. And when you do need to heal because of like raid healing, just spam one keybind. What is it? Helios. Aspected Helios. Maybe do a little bit of that other thing that does an AoE regeneration, but you know, that's... You had to micromanage your cards. I mean, how it works now is you press the card thing, and then you spam all the cards before your next card renewal. So I think it's different, maybe. Like, you're not sharing resources between the different cards. You just have one card that does something, you use that, it uses it up. Then you have other cards that do another thing, and it kind of alternates. Like, so when you use it the first time, it gives you your first card, it does increased DPS to an ally, but it's like more DPS to melee. And then when you use your thing, because like it alternates, so the first time you charge your cards gives you melee, and then the second time you use it, it gives you more damage for your ranged. So you kind of know based on your cooldown timers, like which one does what. I don't know what the second and third cards do, but they generally just like give you like defensive buffs, like more healing, more barrier, more like damage reduction. So I just spam the 2 and 3 on the tanks when they're getting the tank buster. And then the 4 is swaps between an AoE damage or an AoE heal. And it's like, I just look at the card icons to see what it does. So like the first and the fourth one are really the only one that really matter. And then the 2 and 3 I just spam on the tank when they get the tank buster. I'm aware that destroying Pandemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I don't even know why I do that, because I've never seen a tank buster kill a tank. I admit I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. I mean, probably in Savage content or whatever. And there we have it. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandemonium again. You are capable, that much is plain, yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel, and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Think, Erecthonios. I have already explained that he is merely the twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Is it worth it to see her once more? I think Koopa's his main is Scholar, because I think he's a healer main. Unless he only queues in healer when he plays with me. Now you measure the worth of your colleague's life. Oh, maybe he's actually a monk main. At the moment. I don't remember, actually. What was that foolish braying about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother? Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss. You would call me fool? You who murdered your wife in service of your ambition? For the sake of the star, no doubt. I can hear it again. The voice inside my head. I know who to follow. Hephaestus. Father. Bro is about to have his own reunion. He's gonna return to the northern crater. Mother, oh, I love you so, and this voice will guide me to you. To Genova. Listen not, Erecthonios. That's Athena. Apologies. You taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. He became an Ascian. I mean, I guess they're all Ascians, but... So what we're going to do here is we're going to queue for Storm's Crown while we're doing the rest of that story. You're more of a melee player. Well, so right now you're playing, there's melee DPS and then there's tank, right? So you're playing Marauder, which turns into Warrior. Warrior's a tank. Siths? Right. So, there's melee DPS and then there's tank. Those are all your melees, right? Then you got healers, physical ranged, and magical range DPS. I think you know how to get to the job list, right? Like you go to your character and then you go to this tab. You can see all the classes here. So, yeah, if you want melee, just kind of choose between all these. Dark Knight, you need the first expansion. Gunbreaker, you need the second expansion. But I think those are available free right now. So you don't need to buy anything to play any of the tanks. That's Monk, Dragoon, Ninja. Okay, so those are all core. And then Samurai is second expansion. Reaper is fourth expansion. And Viper is fifth expansion. Yeah. Oh, right. So you can play Stormblood, but you can't play Gunbreaker, I guess, yeah. So yeah, you would have to buy, or yeah, you'd have to buy the expansion or whatever. Is this the theme of Amarat? It's like a more upbeat Amarat theme. So like right now I'm queuing for another raid while doing the story part of another raid. We don't waste any time here. Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Erechthonios, it's made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. 'Twas but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. A magic woven with such skill that Erechthonius himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hephaestus, what is that a reference to? Greek god of fire, metalworking and blacksmithing. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaestus' magics fed his admiration and envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. You know, the whole Greek god mythology stuff, I know there's a lot of references to it everywhere, but I still don't really understand it. Like, it doesn't seem grounded in reality at all. Like, biblical references, to me, they make sense. But the Greek god shit, I don't get it at all. If you think about the Romans, they must have been doing some good weed back then. They must have been on some good weed, because they were seeing some really weird stuff. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaestus' magics fed his admiration and envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. I said that already. Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of free trial, and by a lot, I mean at least 100 hours. You'll definitely know by then. Am I saying the Greek pantheon isn't real? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. There was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? I say what you should do is, what I did when I started playing the game, is I sped read everything. So like what I'm doing right now is not speed reading. I'm kind of like voice acting everything, but speed read everything, I think. Don't read it like every word, just like get the idea of what's going on, and then just move on. Unless it's interesting to you. But like a lot of it is going to be just kind of formalities. Like, oh, I will see you guys later. I will talk to you guys later. And like, you don't need to read an entire paragraph of Urian J saying, ah, I did not expect you guys to arrive here, but I did in fact see you guys arrive, and so therefore my expectations were shattered, and now here you are. Like, yeah, just read through that really fast. You don't need to understand everything that's going on, or rather, to understand everything, you don't need to read everything. Just speed read it, skip it if you really must, but once you get to a certain part in the story, and I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it's going to say something along the lines of, This next cutscene you're about to enter is very long. Like, once you get to that point, then maybe you're gonna stop skipping. And then, you know. Oh, and everything that's voice acted you can probably listen to, right? If it's not voice acted, it's not that important. So you can just kind of speed read. That is the big tip. If it's not voice acted, the plot isn't that relevant to it. Although, this is kind of relevant. Alas, their warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Erechthonios' past the point of no return. I bear the burden for his failure. In my stubbornness, I could but scorn but the boy, and Hephaestus knew that. And now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. Man, I can't wait until Dawn Trail. Finally. Finally, we're gonna get a good story in Dawn Trail. I mean, I think regardless of your expectations, the game is very slow. Whether or not A Realm Reborn is good or not, it's the point of the game that you're not really invested in it yet. And so you have to get past that point until you are invested in it. But if you're invested in it from the start, good for you. There's time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Alright, see ya. Just as with Hesperos, Erechthonios is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestos' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. La Habred. Pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more keyword lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandemonium is called Tartaros, and your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Hephaestos has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. That, I expect, is where Richard shall shine. His dissolute aether shall allow him to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Hephaestos' had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. Then time is of essence. Hephaestos is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success. I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestos would use Erechthonios. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. Athena, why do you rebuke Erechthonius' feeling for his mother? Oh man, I'm just gonna accept it. We're like really deep into that cutscene now. Back to the world of darkness. Storm's Crown. See how I'm in the center and all of you are my side characters? Yeah. Main character syndrome. Thanks, Square. Thanks, Square. Now I've got main character syndrome for the rest of my life.
Come, give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence. Exquisite ether. My head shimmers with anticipation.
Her hair shimmers. Okay, is that are they alluding to one of the mechanics of this fight? Do we have to watch her hair? Okay, we'll just go over this side. Okay, we'll just go over this side. Okay, that seems pretty easy. Hair raid. I'm gonna trust the boys here. Oh, that's the same thing Scarmiglione did, didn't? Or something? Savage Barbary. So we go center then. Seems like they're staying not... Okay, it is center. Oh, they wanted to stay away from that. Sorry, I see. Hair raid. Okay, same thing. Same thing. Is this an invisible wall? Yeah, it is. Void arrow. Gotta heal up. Oh, I've been entangled. We gotta break it? Oh no. Huh? Huh? Oh, it pulls me back in. Okay, so you can only move so far. Stack boys! Has a bear. I guess so. A small that's a barrier for falafels. Hair raid. Okay. Hairspray. Curling iron. Bro, what is with these names? This gonna hurt. I can feel it. Holy! She's jacked now. She's shredded. Wait, what the fuck? It's a good thing I topped us all off. Boys, stack, heal. Holy shit, it hurts.
I'll make it.
She a Dark Knight or what? Bro, no, not the doppelgangers, not Yuffie again, man. I'm getting windburn on me. Should I be stacking here or where should I be stacking? Yeah, I don't know about this, bro. She doesn't stop, bro. Where are we stacking? I don't know. I don't know. Over here. Because that guy's over there. Oh no. Bro, what is this bullet hell?
Don't underestimate me.
Okay, this is a pretty nice healer fight, to be honest.
Know your place.
I can actually interact with the mechanics somewhat. Get me out. Get me out. Get me in. Push me back. Push me back. My boys are fine. They're not gonna get destroyed by a tank buster. Malefic. Green DPS.
No! I will not be denied!
You're denied. They piece so fast, dude. My teammates left. Alright. Estinian?
There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet... You're finished.
Holy, she pulled an Estinian.
Damn it all!
The Echo. It's not telling me anything.
I see you've bested Barbaricia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ajdaya.
No, she's got nothing in that memoria.
So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Oh, she opens the gates wide too?
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
I mean, we defeated a fiend. That's good enough for me. Now here's the question. Do I go? Yeah, I should go and get in queue for Laha Bread before I start continuing this. Right? I mean, I don't know how much more of this there's going to be before it goes somewhere else. So. Let's get in queue for the 8th circle, or was it... We're not even on the 7th circle? We ain't even on the 7th circle yet? I don't remember that shark thing being there. Oh, is that a rare mob? Oh, I got the Barbaricia card. Nice. What does that do, though? I'm gonna organize it by ones that I own. There we go. Barbaricia. It's a 4? Whoa, that is garbage, bro. It's a 4-star without even a single 9? Hello? I mean, it's pretty balanced, but I mean, I guess that's what it's good for. We're trying to make this story as confusing as possible by also weaving it in with another story. It's like one of those movies that always gives you the flashbacks, but the flashbacks have nothing to do with the actual story. Alright, we gotta skip ahead quite a bit here. Okay, I think this is where we were. His dissolute aether shall allow him to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Hephaestus had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. Then time is of essence. Hephaestus is already well aware that you can match a key ward in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Erichthonius. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there's the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Erichthonius' feelings for his mother? While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with it? What plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel it still greater pain. You pick her like a child. Did you mean to protect him? How dare you? No, you're right. The blame for Erichthonius' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. The remaining keyword is Agdistis. She has served in Pandemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless, even among the keywords. Hephaestus knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. But your presence makes mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your aether means it will be trivial to send you directly to Agdistis. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the interment, I've yet to think of a foolproof method. Interment shall not be necessary. From here I can sense Agdistis' essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus was more ambitious with her than he was with Hegemony. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what a mercy the underworld will be to her. My character hears murder and he's like, yep, let's do it. And now we're going back to the world of darkness. Shit. Hold on. We went too many in. We went too deep. So by the time I get to the world of darkness, it will be like 3 minutes in the queue because I've got to go through like 5 different fast travel devices. Which, to be fair, I'm doing this to myself. For efficiency's sake, I'm creating inefficiencies. So, it's kind of ironic. Tell you what though, if they could give me an Aether in here, that would be nice, but I think they literally said that there would not be an Aether for a while. Or rather, one at all. I don't think there will be one. Actually, what I should do is I should swap to Bard, so I can have Perma Peloton. Instead of being a slow ass. They're in here. 6-minute wait time. It took us 2.5 minutes to get here. 3 minutes left of cutscene. Here we go. Though Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine. Insofar as I can discern at any rate, being part voidsent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move. We haven't gotten any closer, but it's been 1,000 years. You'll be fine, right? How long do you suppose she will remain this way? I haven't the faintest inkling, nor can I say whether the aether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. It would be best to take her back with us to the source. There she would be guaranteed all she requires. That sounds like a mess. Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home. Might I ask you to hold on to Barbaricia's memory? It may yet serve a purpose. Oh, what happened to her? You have business with Zero? We have a newcomer, a former minion of Barbaricia. Let her know when she awakes, will you? Barbaricia's minion? Why not go and find this newcomer so we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else? Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, Richard? With luck, we might find something of Golbez. Yeah, I mean, they're a defector, so they can give us the information we want. You're the ones who failed Barbaricia. I won't make trouble. I'll obey, so please let me stay. If you would obey, then tell me all you know of Golbez. There isn't much I can tell. Only the Archfiends are allowed into this domain. Wherever it is, none but they know. I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Golbez communicate with his minions afield? He has these scepters, staves, whatever they are. He uses them to talk to those far away. Not unlike link pearls, at least in function. That will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. I trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we are prepared to resume our research. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? You will not be able to freely return to the 13th. Sure. I mean, why would I need to be here? There's nothing else here. Back to Troya then, and thence home. Back to the source. They've been just sitting there and waiting for us this whole time. I've gone in and out a couple times too.
Ah, you're all safe. Thank the sisters. A moment while I close the gate. There. We may rest easy for now. Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
Well, we can't return. Master Herbage, we've been expecting you. If you would follow me, I will show you to the guest chambers.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food. I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine Harnish cuisine more.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void scent.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void scent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light. I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Thandaniel. Were Zero wholly void-sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
'Tis no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
Wait, so the 12 are below Hydaelyn, so primals are above gods. Well, some primals are. A world with light and life. If I may excuse myself, I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. While the scales function admirably, it would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. By all means, I shall do the same for this vessel. Then I'll go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learned fighting Voidsent in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? I might go and tend to my island. Holy. Nothing in particular. Yeah, I'm just worried about Zero. Might I trouble you with a small task? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens. You see, would you be willing to go to Merid's Mayhen and ask for a suitable refreshments? Yeah, I think when you're a god, you have to be like all power. That's, to me, a god is like the highest power, right? The highest form of existence, right? That's what I think. And so for something to be higher than that, that kind of undermines the entire aspect of being a god, because like the god is the one that creates the world or whatever, I think, right? But I guess maybe that's more of a Christian angle there. Maybe gods only have to look over it. Maybe a god is someone who looks over the people. So yeah, maybe that's what God means then, and that's exactly what they did. Yeah, I unlocked my island like yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? Because I was just trying to unlock a bunch of different stuff. I guess they added that in Endwalker, but that didn't really do anything with it, because it didn't seem interesting to me. Nidhana shall watch over Zero. She's already en route. Let us each then tend to our respective business and reconvene anon. So what you're saying is I need to go fetch something? You telling me I need to go on a fetch quest? Alright, I'll go to the bar or whatever and go fetch it. Spreadsheet master. So it's like just optimizing, like progressing all the different things at once. There was an Aether shard there the entire time. Merid. What? A guest of the Satrap has collapsed from hunger? Of course, I would be happy to help. You need only tell me what you desire. Something light and refreshing like fruit. Rich and hearty meal with plenty of meat. Quantity of living mortal alien. Oh, shit, dude. I mean, honestly, that's what it needs to be, right? A modest quantity of living mortals Aether should suffice. I'm afraid we don't serve that particular delicacy. If I may, I would recommend something gentle on the stomach. Like these apples here. They've just come in and I can guarantee their freshness. Afterwards, once your guests feel better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let me know. Yeah, so when someone is paid, when a slave is paid, that's called an indentured servant. I believe.
Light. Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here?
We kidnapped you.
There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful!
Holy. That's a spooker.
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where? But this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door, so to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
We never gave her our Aether because she collapsed. She's not used to the light. Go on. Go on.
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
She looked him up and down like he was a snack, bro. You can just eat them, you know.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
You didn't get any of the fiber.
Enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
I think this cutscene is gonna have to go. As much as I like mukbang stream, I'm gonna have to watch it later. Oh, I just had an epiphany. Zero is gonna be the final boss. Holy, that is cursed. Oh, it's Tree? Agdistis. Oh yeah, she's definitely far gone. She is gone. We can just kill her. Laha Bread was right. Alright. My teammates passed the vibe check. No Lolafels. We're chilling. I think we need to move away. I think we need to move back. Holy. The Bow of Addis. Oh, why are we all in, I noticed that a little bit late. We chilling here. It's okay, it's okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're moving, we're moving. The Bow of Addis, okay. We just lost platform, that's all. We go back. We go back. Spark of Life. That wasn't so bad. Convergences of Aether, beware where they may spawn. Pandemoniums. I think we're chilling here, right? No, we just chill right here. Forbidden fruit. What are we standing for this? Another one of these. I fucked up. The layer number 3. We gotta look away from that. We moving? Oh, so Laha Brea summoned a platform to stand on. I see. Oh. I got hit. I'm gonna get hit again. Both our healers are dead. It's over. We got a red mage though. We got a red mage and a summoner. Next layer? We're going, like, we're ascending deeper into the layers of hell here. Both in the raid and also in this encounter. How come? Oh, he's back. Yeah, I don't have that on. I don't know how to get that on. This place reminds me of the Ekavald Forest. Maybe not as much as Raktika did, though. Alright, let's get that set up. Yeah, this looks like, what is that place called? I don't know. Shift F. Well, shouldn't it be on permanently? I know I have a different Shift F keybind. It's a keybind? Okay. Go to keybinds then. More keybinds again? Oh, it's actually its own thing. Target the target of your current target. So that's not what I want to see. Isn't there a way to show what the target of current target's cast bar is? Because I could just press tab to target the boss. Target current focus target? Oh, so you mean focus target. I see. Yeah. Can't be Shift F. Control T. The moment Agdistis was slain, the flow of aether and pandemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. It was almost as if we were ushered here. The space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a key ward would have been able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty, ergo. If only I could restore Tartaros to order, but I am afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master Lahabrea. Likewise, keyword Agdistis, I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestos' spells, even diminished as you were. 'Twas not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus am I able to appear before you now, even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestos' commands. Some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance, and even managed to speak to the outside world. The report, that was you? Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I've called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. Alright, we get it. You're not a bad guy, but you're dead. But I have a greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There's something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I'm about to do, Master Lahabrea, but the story must be told. 'Tis the only way to understand Hephaestos' fixation on Erichthonios. No longer can you hide your heart away. That's just his younger self? No, the mask marks him as Lahabrea. Master Lahabrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestos. These are my recollections of the moments following. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erichthonios? My lesser half is now buried, where none can find it. We would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit so, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erichthonios believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth. His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena's thought his body and soul mere tools to be used and discarded. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star from his parents' shadow. The plot thickens. Maybe La Habrea is the good guy. Erichthonius loved his mother more than life itself, and yet, what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature. Every action, every word a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Erichthonius, I hope. Thank you, Agdistus. I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final key ward has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we're to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. Agdistus was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments. That she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon? Still, full glad I am that she faced you as her last opponent. I could think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of sense of love or pride. 'Twas merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. I see now why you hid the truth from him. Cannot say that with certainty that Erichthonius could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating Hemitheoi. I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned to Erichthonius to safety, in accordance with Agdis's last wish. Very well. I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaestus can no longer bend pandemonium to his will. There's but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartaros, where Athena built her testing compound. We can assume that Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance. I must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach. La Habrea, I would ask you to assume the duty of summoning Richard's phantom warriors. I have no objections. My ability to fight within Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There's no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. I take it then that you have no intent to seal him away as before? The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand he became something far more wicked, and the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together. Elizabeth? What are you doing? Return you safely? The 8th circle. We gotta go watch the apples eating now.
Light.
We got quite a bit of cutscene here before we get to the
Is
apples.
this?
I don't think I can skip either. I probably would skip the entire thing. I think is that like her pupils
you're
dilating
awake.
from the light?
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where? Ah, but this is no time for jokes. You're...
It's not really even natural light. I mean, I guess sort of the window is. But the window doesn't seem very transparent. Although there are rays of light coming in. Alright, try it. Taste it.
I took the...
She looks him up
This
like a
isn't
snack.
what you promised.
Wait.
I took what
Where's the...
Alright, here we go. The mukbang.
That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their praise ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
Really
You
now.
have?
We're
Not
gonna
much.
speed run this.
After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would...
I don't think we're gonna make it.
The question of taste aside, I
We're
am
not gonna
glad-
make it, bro. There he is. Oh, we're fighting Hephaestus already?
Ericthonius is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
So I'm guessing the last wing is Athena. The last boss is gonna be Athena for sure. Perfect imperfection.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison. From fountain flame my servants rise.
So far I can't hear any.
Out of my sight. Leave naught but ash in your wake.
Or can't recognize any.
Let
What's the Phoenix doing?
sorrow into your heart. I'm tired of this farce.
The Asian theme?
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
When I think of Asian thing, I think of Emmett Selk's theme, but I don't remember the Around the Born one. But it makes sense. I mean, he is an Asian.
You will know my rage.
Oh, it's an order? Okay. So we get out, and then we get this way, and then we get this way. I didn't remember the order there. Rearing Rampage. Oh, I can hear this one. So this song is, this is the, this is also a Realm Reborn. Do 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 do. Yeah, I don't remember where that's from though, but it's like the song that they play. Wait, that is the Asian theme song, isn't it? Ah, fuck. Maybe that is the Asian theme. It's when you fight Agorian or whatever. I remember that. Okay, I'm gonna die this next hit. This next hit is me dead. I'm just getting all the stacks, bro. I'm a collector. What can I say? What can I say? I'm a collector of stacks.
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
Let me do something useful for my team before I die.
Praise to be consumed.
Did we look away? Gorgo Spit. He does kind of have a snake for an arm. Ecto, what It's a good thing I didn't have any stacks anymore. That might have hurt. He just grabbed chains from the wall. What's he gonna do with that?
Flesh from bone.
We're chilling? What is this game? Oh. Good thing I followed the boys. What is it drawing? What is it drawing? So we go this way.
Leave naught but ash in your wake.
Where are we standing? Oh, the fucking tank baited me, bro. Yeah, I think there's only 2 melodies I heard there. One of them I recognized, the other I didn't. Laha bread? We end this. I don't know, man. I don't think we're ending this. I think Athena is still there. There's the wing 3. The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy I confined you here, now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. I see you will not go peacefully into that dark night. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestos shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erichthonios' dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Erichthonios, he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? So the conflict here is between 2 main ideas. La Habrea is duty, and Athena is Well, maybe it's two kind of duties. La Habrea is duty to his people, and Athena is duty to her family, maybe. Or herself. I don't know. Or like personal duty versus public duty, perhaps. Though there is no such thing as a personal duty. The whole point of a duty is that you're required to do it for... Well, maybe it's public duty versus personal wishes, desires. Which one is right? Which one is wrong? My wish. You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken... Oh, also, Hephaestus is La Habrea, but La Habrea is a title. So the title is representative of the duty, and Hephaestus is his actual name is representative of the personal desires. So maybe this is like the personified conflict is his personal self versus his duty. Athena cared not for Erichthonios beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide the star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked at me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I'll not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena, and I, the very worst of us. Mother, no, then who, how do I? Bro, I'm just a healer, what am I gonna do? Trust in La Habrea. Trust in the bread. Put your faith in the bread. I owe you, Anthemis, an apology. Athena, did you ever, in La Habrea, I will have my say. How? His mind was mine. I can't explain. Richard's words reach me through the haze. They rang loud and clear, as did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. How? When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've interred much worse. You worthless. we've got his memory crystal now. Added to the collection. I've got my collection of gold saucer cards, of triple triad cards. I've got my collection of vulnerability stacks. I've also got my collection of Asian memories, you know, added to the collections. My failures have borne fruit after all. You did well, son. With Hephaestos' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Ericthonius above, that he would bind Hephaestos with only half his senses intact. You quite understand his adeptness in the art of interment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. Alright, so now, are we doing the next? Is this the next patch yet? Is that the end of that patch? Not yet? Okay. I don't want to go into the next story arc of the raid yet because I want to go do the mukbang. Oh wait, that was only the third one? No, that was the 8th. That was the 4th. Oh right, yeah, we're gonna have to go to the, we're gonna have to leave as well. And go talk to the people at, not Elpis, but Oponia? What is it called? Feel no trace of Hephaestos' poison in your mind, and for a blessing. It appears your body is none the worse for wear. I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer could sense Hephaestos, and the force assailing Pandemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? Yeah, but we've still got Athena. Despite his muddled senses, Ericthonius felt to seal Hephaestos away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. La Habrea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestos in the past? Indeed, it was not but the parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away, a mass of aether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale, of Hephaestos' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me? I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though, we can enhance and alter our physical vessels. We have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations as were not meant to surpass. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. That's kind of her name, ain't it? Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not for Athena. As leader of the Words of La Habrea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being from an academic perspective. The challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with a creation. The weaknesses of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. I take it I was born not soon after. Just so. I believed she bore true affection for me, and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside her relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her? I made haste to Pandemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Agdistis to keep watch from Tartaros's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. The movie? Is that me? You are well aware that, out of respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed, so quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Agdistis forever, as well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Erecthonios, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. This could be fake. Maybe he's just making this up. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time has come, I will have you know the why of it. Then you will not desist. Once you understood what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Habrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea, and we shall know. Well, why did you skip that? We shall know one another more deeply than ever before. Impossible. You bonded your souls? Wait. That the boundaries between us would cease to be, she offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? I mean, if she does what she's about to do, sounds kind of like it. I am become the memory in mind. And I the... Nah, they're about to do a fusion. So she pulled an Ardbert, basically. Can you feel it? My heart, all that I am. So that's why La Habrea went mad. He's got all those voices in his head. As if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. Yeah, so personal desire only. How disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the self-same fervor. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. 'Twas my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. It's skipping automatically. He took off half of his thing. That looks kind of badass, that scene. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flush. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Aegaeorum and Emet-Selch in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored, as well as they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse, should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures, and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, yet in truth he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Whoops. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. We yet shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to other perspectives. While I was in the thrall to Hephaestus, you called out to me. What say you now? Does La Habrea speak true? What does your heart tell you? I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me? Even knowing how I felt about my mother? The La Habrea I know had a fatal flaw, after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. The La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say... Thank you. I knew he was going to say that. Character progression. I've heard enough. There is more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandemonium's gates. I'll gather my thoughts on the way. I owe you an apology, Richard. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandemonium, then I would have never known La Habrea's story, my father's story. 'Twas a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azim upon my return. I can't help but wonder how much of this he foresaw. I'm afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandemonium, there is work to be done. But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartaros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process. That is well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus' experiments, and how he intended to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestos' essence, that this mistake never again repeats. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestos' aether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. There is another? While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company and Azam was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known even now? No threats remain. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. Azam is the one under scheming everything here. That task may take some time, a resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Return at your leisure, and we will share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us and continue upon your journey. Or, if you're so inclined, take a much-needed repose. This talk of journeys smacks of Azam. As well it should. He has pledged to keep moving until he has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. Okay, so we need to go back to Aporia now. So that's the end of that, pretty much. We do need to go to Razathan and see the mukbang. And after that, I think we're gonna take a couple hours to play some hard mode Rebirth. I still haven't finished it. Yeah, I haven't finished it, but it's like the end, right? It's pretty much the end. Or is there even more? We're ready for the mukbang part 3. Forgot to queue up to Alliance Raid. I already finished the Alliance Raid, didn't I?
Is
Oh, right. So I don't see this, yeah.
There's no time.
I need to queue up for the leveling
rejoin the
roulette
battle.
if I want it to be fast enough.
I must.
Also, what's with her hairline? Notice her hairline when you see her from the front. She's got like, I don't know.
What is this? Some sort of fiend? A fiend? Where is it? Where?
It's very jagged. It looks like Vegeta.
But this is no time for jokes. You're in. I'll fetch them.
We gotta eat that apple, man. Yeah, she has Vegeta hairline, actually. If this were Rebirth, I could shift to fast forward as well. They're looking fresh.
I took
Go
the
on.
liberty of...
This is...
Wait.
All right, here we go. Describe taste.
That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of...
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming. There are some who speak of taste when describing the...
Right, we did
But
see
I
this
loathe
too.
the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing. But diluting my essence, diminished... And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back.
But you gonna murder people in here to consume them or what?
Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I guess she
I
can
do.
eat things now.
I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake. You managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet Han.
Again, a stranger in this strange land. I have a condition. You must come too.
Okay.
You have my thanks.
I guess she's she's a little bit assertive. What can I say? All right, so is this still 5